now it's getting through Congress. So before it was by the sword, now it's getting themselves into parliament and then making laws that act as the sword, the Islamophobia law in Canada, M103.
Yeah.
Muslim Brotherhood.
I find that there are only two things which are open to our movements: ballot or bullet, nothing in between.
I used to say that democracy is haram. Now I say participation in democracy is our jihad. That's our jihad. We're going to fight not through the bullets, but the ballot. Going to the ballot and voting is now an obligatory action, fard ayn. And it is a jihad that is now needs to be done because this is our modern jihad. You can elect a person who wants the Sharia.
Because in the United States, what we do know is that in the past election, just this last election, there have been over 800 Muslim candidates running for office.
We may end up with about 50 members of Congress in the next 6 years. That's really the essence of dismantling the system of injustice, is to replace it with the people who represent the Prophet ﷺ.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you guys, as you saw from the start of the video, it was in regards to the takeover of, Muslims, immigrants into our country. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I'm seeing so many things on my feed, and not just my feed, but all over Facebook. I have family members reaching out to me about it, asking me questions. So I wanted to do it based off this topic. Now, the problem is that I'm seeing an influx of immigration, migrants going to different countries. So you have the ones that went to the UK, you have the ones that went to Ireland, Germany. They're taking over all these countries, and the influx is so big and it's getting out of control. And now we have it here in America, and it's infiltrated Texas, where they're trying to create the that epic city. It got shot down by Greg Abbott. Then now they're trying to change the name so that they can try to push it through, which is called Meadows, which hopefully Greg Abbott will also nix that. But it's kind of scary because they are trying to come here. Now, mind you, I don't have a problem with people. If you want to practice your religion, you're free to do that here. This is America. I don't have a problem with anybody's religion. You do you, boo-boo. Whether you're a Satanist, a pagan, Wiccan, freaking Christian, Catholic, agnostic, Mormon, whatever your religion is. I don't care. As long as you don't push it on me, I don't care. You do you, okay? But I have a problem when you're trying to enforce your type of lifestyle or your type of religion onto me, because it ain't gonna happen. All right, you'll really see my Chicago roots come out at that point, because y'all will really find out what it means to be a girl from Chicago, back the yards hood. You'll find out real quick. I'm just saying. But I wanted to kind of talk about this because it is kind of getting insane. So we have this video. This is from Brooklyn. Muslims in Brooklyn shut down the road, get out of their vehicles, and chant globalized intifada. This is what Democrats have brought to the U.S. Sadly, New York City needs a mass deportation immediately. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Now, personally, I think the reason it might have been a little easier in the other countries is because they don't have gun laws. Where here in America, we got gun laws. We got the Second Amendment, and these people will find out real quick, you don't mess with America. But we also have this. This is from, if a woman has to pass with a stroller in Paris, she cannot, because streets are occupied by Muslims praying to Allah. This is what Islamic invasion looks like. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Let me rewind it.
اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
المشركين ودمر أعداء الدين واجعل بلاد المسلمين وبلاد العالمين آمنة مطمئنة يا رب العالمين. اللهم آمنا في أوطاننا وأصلح أئمتنا وولاة أمورنا وأيد بالحق من ولاه الله أمرنا.
So that's from Paris, and now we also have one from, this is from Ireland. Muslim traveled from England to Ireland this week to proclaim Muhammad and denounce Jesus in Dublin. This is a provocative behavior and borderline incitement, as Irish Christians are rightly proud of their God and their heritage and are not happy. So let's go ahead and watch this video.
Marhaba, the final prophet. Marhaba, marhaba, to mankind. Marhaba, marhaba, the greatest of prophets. Marhaba, marhaba, the final prophet. Marhaba, marhaba, Prophet Muhammad. Marhaba, marhaba.
Yeah, yep. And then we have this one. This is from Muslim in England, openly bragging about taking over the country. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. And again, I'm not trying to fearmonger, guys. I'm just bringing to attention what is actually going on and what people are seeing, and getting your guys' thoughts on it as well.
As we've taken over the country officially, England's over. Allahu Akbar. Yeah, what are we lining up for? This is historical. This is historical. I don't see this for Fajr. Guys, we went down a whole alleyway and there's still a man here.
So that's in England. And then we have this. This is Islam in Texas, where Islamic Sharia law thrives. Muslims men in a show of force take over public spaces while celebrating Islam. Texas to see the fastest growing Islamic expansion in years. Texas has allowed their conqueror to colonize. Wake up. And this is from John Ferguson. So let's go ahead and watch this video. See what else we got. So then we also have this other video. Sorry, it's over here. So this is from WXYZ TV. Controversy over call to prayer from Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan. So right now my thought process is like thinking like, it's kind of insane because they're trying to push this. And watching a lot of these videos, I've seen some videos from different YouTubers who traveled to Paris, who traveled to the UK and to Ireland. And, you know, a lot of these people don't like being on camera. A lot of these immigrants don't, because, you know, they're doing unlawful things. And a lot of these guys are purposely invading your space, which is not cool at all, especially if you're a woman. I have a big problem with that, because I'm the type of person that I will tell you off and I don't care who you are. My guy is always making that joke.
Damn, Marcus, why you always gotta pick the biggest dude? I don't know. I like a challenge.
Yeah, that's usually what my guy be telling me all the time, but yeah. I just don't like when people try and like come at me, because I'm gonna come at you twice as hard. And I could foresee already, like, if these people try to come at me, yeah, all hell will break loose. I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all, because I'm not one to take it. And, you know, thankfully, you know, depending on the state you live in, you know, you're allowed to carry to protect yourself. You know, mind your laws from your state, y'all. But yeah, it's something that I think everybody needs to be careful with, because, you know, this is a danger within. And again, I'm not trying to fearmonger. Like I said, if there are Muslims out there that practice and they don't push this ideology, they don't try to push for Sharia law, you know, they're cool with you, you know, like they have that whole ideology like the way I do, where it's like, you do you, boo-boo, you know, If you want to pray to whoever, whatever, but it's the ones that are trying to enforce it and make you be part of this type of system and try to control you that way. And that's not gonna happen, Captain. But let's go ahead and jump into this video.
5 call to prayer controversy. Some Dearborn families speaking out now, and one mosque is responding. The outdoor calls to prayer can be heard on loudspeakers throughout Dearborn twice a day. The city has a vast Muslim population, and several mosques play calls to prayer for those families. That includes the Islamic Institute of Knowledge on Schaefer, which is now changing when and how loud they will play calls to prayer. 7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Al-Sinaida listening to community members' concerns and showing us the steps one mosque is taking to try and accommodate neighbors.
Here at the Islamic Institute of Knowledge on Schaefer, the call to prayer comes out twice a day through that loudspeaker up there for about 2 minutes. It's just one of the many mosques that follow this practice in the city, raising some concerns with residents. This is the sound. The daily call to prayer Dearborn resident Andrea Unger says is something she personally does not want to listen to daily. She's brought this up at numerous city council meetings, including on October 7th.
Your freedom of religion does not allow you to force me to listen to your prayers in my yard or home when you could do this by your app or text or phone or email or inside your own walls.
Unger lives just blocks away from the Islamic Institute of Knowledge.
Facts. And that's what I just said. You could do whatever you want as long as you don't infringe on me. Like, you want to believe whatever, you want to do whatever, that's your problem. As long as you don't force it on me, I don't care what you do. That's just my line in the sand.
And ever since they began work on this extension to their mosque about 2 years ago, she says the noise of the prayers has become too much. In the beginning, the mosque admits they did their first prayer around 5 a.m., but have since stopped.
The early morning prayers are, we understand that there might be some people concerned with those, but since these complaints came in, we took the proactive step in order to eliminate the morning prayer, just to make sure we're respectful to our community.
The Institute says they received 2 official complaints and have worked with the city to rectify them. But Andrea says it's not just them. She says there are many mosques in the city, including the Islamic Center of America off of Ford, who all participate. We looked into the city ordinance, which states that noise is not allowed to exceed 70 decibels in residential areas in the daytime and 60 at night. Additionally, loudspeakers are not permitted between 10 p.m. and 7 in the morning.
If we have or can identify a mosque that's doing it before 7 in the morning, or if there is an excess of the decibels, there'll be written a citation.
Dearborn Police Chief Issa Shaheen says he has been working with houses of worship to make sure they are in compliance, measuring decibel levels personally, hoping residents can come to terms with these short moments of prayer.
It's no different than church bells that you might hear on Sunday.
Dearborn is a beautiful thing. There are a lot of religions here being practiced, churches, mosques, synagogues. So it's a beautiful thing. That's what America is all about.
There is yet another city council meeting where residents say they will continue to bring attention to this. That's on Tuesday at 7 p.m. In Dearborn, I'm Ruta Al-Sinaida, 7 News Detroit.
All right, Ruta, thank you.
New at 5.
So you seen that, you heard that. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a problem with people's religion. You guys can practice your religion all you want, till your heart's desire, as long as you don't enforce that on anybody else. But you have people like the Muslim Brotherhood who actually has a plan to globalize the whole world to be Muslim. And, they have sayings, like you saw in the beginning of the video, like, it's either you accept it or you get a bullet, and, they were trying to change that rhetoric to ballots versus bullets, because if they could get people in, then they could change the laws to their liking. And damn the people, they don't care because it's their way or the highway. So they're inching closer every day, which is proof of it with Mamdani's win. You have someone that's outright part of that. And I'm not saying he's part of the Brotherhood, but aside from him being Muslim, we shall see if he's going to try and enact all those things. And seeing what happened in New York and how he doesn't talk about America or Americans, it kind of sets the stage already for you kind of know which way this is going to go. So we'll shall see what happens to New York. I feel like it's going to turn Mad Max, or even like Escape from New York. If y'all watched that movie, that was a good movie with Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken. I think that's where they got the character for Solid Snake. That's just my thought for that one. But yeah, you know, you're going to have people wanting to leave in droves, and I feel personally they shouldn't get to leave if they voted for this. They should stick it out because that's their fault. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Do you think that that's their plan for the Muslim Brotherhood? Do you think they're trying to take over everywhere? And how do you think America will fare? And what do you think we'll do? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.